The poet and Lincoln biographer Carl Sandburg wrote the following about Chicago in the early 1900s. Hog butcher of the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads, and the nation's freight handler. Stormy, husky, brawling, city of the broad shoulders. Chicago was about as brawny as it got, but scattered throughout the Midwest and elsewhere were scores of industrial towns, large and small, teeming with workers. They were part of America's great movement from primarily an agricultural community to an industrial one. Nearly 300 miles to the southwest of Chicago is Granite City, Illinois. Just across the Mississippi River from St. Louis, it is strategically located at the junction of the Mississippi River and the Chain of Rocks Canal. It is positioned to be an ideal transfer point between river barges and freight trains. The canal protects it from flooding, and for barges coming upstream from New Orleans and other points south, it is the last port before the first of 27 time-consuming and economically burdensome locks and dams along the upper Mississippi. A city that is both river and rail friendly is ideal for manufacturing. Raw materials can easily be delivered and finished products shipped to destination. It is no small wonder that Granite City became a town of factories producing steel and other finished products. It is almost a perfect pyramid of job distribution for traditional industrial communities. The core base is industrial manufacturing, the city of broad shoulders. You can see that industrial manufacturing makes up the bulk of Granite City's jobs. We also have a significant portion of people who work in health, education, and government, and as well a healthy number of people producing consumer goods. Granite City's industries are hurting now, just as other products in the manufacturing sector of America's economy is. Back in 1992, Texas oil man Ross Perot ran for president, urging voters to listen for the, quote, giant sucking sound, unquote, of American jobs heading south to Mexico. While some thought that he was pandering for votes by waving the American flag, the truth was and is that millions of jobs have and are leaving the United States for countries where wages are and have been lower. These include Mexico, China, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Singapore, and scores of others. Look at how the unemployment rate has risen in Granite City in just the past 2.5 years. Who wins as America goes through this transition? The consumer, because prices are lower. If you believe that most products sold at Walmart are produced in America, you believe that pigs fly and spread the flu by doing so. Prices at Walmart and other discount stores are low because they are very savvy. Walmart is very savvy at buying products that were made in low-wage countries. It's logical and no secret that consumers like low prices. Walmart has been one of the few companies to survive the current recession. Who loses in America? Workers, most particularly those in the industrial sector, exactly those who have formed the economic base of Granite City, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, St. Louis, and many other so-called Rust Belt communities. Industry has floundered, workers have lost jobs, and unions have seen declining membership. It's a whole new world. Despite the decline of manufacturing in the U.S., the domestic economy has flourished until the recent recession. As quickly as heavy manufacturing has declined in the United States, it has been replaced by light manufacturing and jobs in the service center. If you Google on the word jobs, you'll find a lot about employment, but you'll find nearly an equal amount on Stephen Jobs, the founder and current CEO of Apple Computers. He and other techno-geniuses or techno-geeks founded companies in Silicon Valley, California in the late 1970s and early 1980s. This trend spread to the Seattle area with Microsoft, to university communities, including nearby Champaign, Illinois. Among the last locales to move towards high-tech industry were the old Rust Belt cities. By the mid-1990s, the trend became obvious. Rust Belt cities are now playing catch-up as they expand companies in the fields of healthcare and education and nurture high-tech businesses to take the place of the factories that formerly served as the basis of their economies. As seen in the pyramid, Granite City has a significant number of workers in the fields of health, care, and education. However, these industries essentially play a maintenance role. They provide residents with the capacity to function in other economic sectors. Cities are like countries. They prosper most when they export more than they import. That means that they bring more money into their community than they send out. That's what Granite City and other Rust Belt cities did for decades. But the dramatic decrease of American manufacturing has caused such communities to scramble for other means to economically survive. There are exciting ideas occurring in Granite City and elsewhere. In Urban Go-Team, we are going to meet people who are at the center of modernizing this once thriving community. How Granite City makes the transition can serve as a model for much of America, Europe, and other industrialized countries.